Good afternoon. As you are seeing this, I will be starting my interview in just a couple of minutes with my guest, the Reiki Master. So hang on, let me see if I can find him. There we go. Hey, Arthur. Hey, Miss Barbara. So let me invite you.
Uh-oh. Hey, I need to turn my camera around. Give me 1 second.
No problem. Hey, Miss Barbara. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello, A. Tompkins. Thank you for joining the live.
Uh-oh. There
She was on the 10-minute break.
we
Well,
go.
there you go. You are upright.
Yes, I am upright. I'm sorry. You know, I'm new.
No, listen, we all have our issues. When I first, I had a different shirt on and it was white and it was like, so I had to run and change real quick before we got started because I remembered that white doesn't, for pictures is good, but with my wall background, it was just too bright. So
I understand.
good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. So good to see
Yeah.
you. I love your bright smile.
Yay! I love your bright smile too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to those joining us. I see a couple of names I recognize, but welcome, Ms. Barbara L. Smith. I think these are some people connected to you, Arthur.
I think so. Hey, Lee.
Awesome. I'm going to adjust this just so that you're
On here. Yay.
behind me. Yay. Give me just a second. Let me adjust this light.
Okay. I'm still trying to adjust mine, but we're still working real good. Hi, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm so excited. This is my very first, I guess, IG Live. I was sharing with Sonia that this is my very, very first IG Live. So I'm thankful that I'm doing it with a kind and gentle spirit.
Who would not be a kind and gentle spirit dealing with you? We got to be.
Yeah, we got to be. We definitely have to be.
Awesome. Well, welcome. I'm so thankful to have been connected with you just really a couple of months ago.
Yes.
And tell us what it is you do. How do I introduce you? I know you as a Reiki master and a meditation facilitator, but what do we need to know about you as far as what you do?
I am a holistic practitioner, which that houses a lot of things that I do. Being a Reiki master, being a holistic practitioner, even just being a new certified life coach now. So it just houses all of those things. So I'm a holistic practitioner. So whenever you need me, I'm just really a holistic practitioner. Or if you need me in a specific modality, or if it's Reiki, or if it's meditation, or if it's just anything else, I am what you need me to be in that moment.
Awesome. Well, the world certainly could use more holistic health and wellness practitioners because there's so much need out there and not everybody's needs are met with the same types of therapies. Right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I've
Yes.
seen, and you know, you and I, we've seen a lot of people that come to us and they said that they tried this, they tried that, and it just didn't work. I encourage anybody that is listening, if you have to go to the doctor, please seek them first. And we are definitely not an alternative for you to say, well, I'm not going to go to my therapist or I'm not going to do this. No, we're still telling you that you need to do that, but there are still other options out there for you that can help you.
Yes, yes. And I think that the holistic approach, for those who don't know what that means, because not everybody who is on here right now may know, and those who will be watching this later, a holistic health practitioner or wellness practitioner, works with people as a whole unit. We have the physical body, we have the mental, emotional, and the spiritual body that are all represented within our physique.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the mental and the emotional that often are off balance, or there's something happening there where there's not union and harmony between all four of the
Mm-hmm.
bodies. So traditional medicine does a fantastic job of maintaining the physical and even the mental and emotional with psychotherapy, but there's lots of room for opportunity to help people in other ways as well, which is where I
Absolutely.
think we come in.
Absolutely. And a part of the work that I love is watching people heal from the inside out.
Yes, yes. Oh
We're
my
bringing
goodness.
those things from your inside, whether it's past trauma that you have dealt with and you're still trying to deal with. It's just one of those things. Can I share this really quickly?
Please.
Sonia, this morning we went through heart chakra meditation. And for those that are trying to figure out about chakras, those are we have several different chakras, but we have 7 main points of energy, which we call our 7 main chakras. And the heart
Mm-hmm.
chakra is a part of one of the 7 main chakras. And this is the chakra that houses love.
Mm-hmm.
And because we went through this meditation where we actually went through the chakra this morning, and we saw the things that were causing so much clutter and the things that we were hoarding in our chakras. They were people, places, and things. And this morning we decluttered our heart chakra
Nice.
by empowering the love that we have within ourselves and
Yeah.
within our bodies and creating that perfect light. And when that light of love came in, oh my God, it
It
decluttered
was
everything.
blinding.
You talking
Nice.
about Mr. Clean on steroids this morning.
That is a good way to put it, Mr. Clean on steroids.
Yes, Mr. Clean on steroids. So when people have a radiant glow, when people have just a genuine personality, their heart chakra exudes what's already inside of them, that light, that
Mm-hmm. That
glow.
light.
And
Yes.
it is just so amazing just to
Yes.
really just feel that and see that. And we dealt with that with our meditation, our guided meditation this morning. And when I tell you, the people that came in one way and then they left completely different.
They
So
left transformed.
yes, yes,
I love
yes.
that. I love that. And as someone who's participated in your meditation, I definitely understand what that feels like. So speaking of meditations, would you tell us about the meditations you do, where, and how people can be a part of that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the meditations that I provide are at Stone Mountain International Mall. It used
Okay.
to be the International Trade Mall, which they call the quote unquote flea market. But
Okay.
they have done a lot of renovations and they have turned it actually into an inside mall. So I host it there. It's right off of Memorial Drive,
Mm-hmm.
5615 Memorial
Mm-hmm.
Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083. I
Okay.
remember that.
You better know your zip code.
But I house the meditation there every Tuesday and every Thursday. So every
Okay.
Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m., we try to host it just for at least an hour from 9 to
Yeah.
10. We actually host the meditations there. We do several different types of meditation, and just about all of them are guided or all of them have sound bowl therapy. So, but
Mm-hmm.
no meditation is ever the same.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay. So that's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 10 at the International Mall on um, Memorial Drive.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's amazing. I've met like an awesome network. One of my clients introduced me to it, and I try to attend as often as I can
Mhm.
in the midst of stuff. But so that's a great thing. I would encourage anyone listening to come and participate. It's free if you have time in the morning. I know a lot of people are at work, but those who are not at work, If you've dropped off the kids, come just clear your mind. And tell us about meditating. What is one thing people don't know about meditation? Maybe misconception about it, or maybe something that was like an aha for you that you might want to share about meditation.
A lot of people think that it takes a lot of things to meditate. You got to have your incense, you got to have a pillow, you got to have your blinds closed and everything. It doesn't take all of that. It
Right.
just takes a moment of your time. And a lot of the clients that I have, they tell me, Arthur, I can't meditate. I often start them with 5 minutes of just clearing
Mm-hmm.
your mind, of thinking of absolutely nothing. It is a complete declutter process where
Mm-hmm.
everything just slows down. And once everything
Mm-hmm.
just slows down and you just stop, you can focus. So
Yes. Yes.
meditation only takes a moment.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people
It's
think that they have to meditate for like hours and hours and hours. Sometimes meditation can be a power nap. That's what I like
mm-hmm.
to call it,
Exactly.
a power
Exactly.
nap.
It
And
doesn't have to be any big ceremony.
no, it doesn't. It's simple. It is so simple. We have overcomplicated the process like what we
Yeah.
normally do.
We
And
have.
what I want to say too is what works for someone else may not work for you. So you have to find out exactly what works for you and
Yes. Yes.
how it works for you.
Yes. Yes. Well, because there are different ways that meditation could look. For someone just sitting reading a book is a time that whatever your mind is focused on, that you are, I'm going to say, somewhat detached. You're tuned in so much into what you are doing, whether you're just relaxing, just thinking of how wonderful that couch or pillow or whatever is, just
Mm-hmm.
aware of that and really tuning into that. That's a meditation,
Mm-hmm.
because for that moment, that's all you're focused on. And when
Absolutely.
someone wants to do that, just listening to a particular soundtrack, music, song, they are tuned into that for that duration of the song or whatever. And you are meditating. When you're
Mm-hmm.
cooking, if you're
Mm-hmm.
making grits, anybody here who has made grits, y'all know what I'm talking about. Turn that
Yes.
fire down and just de-lump, or don't let it get lumpy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a meditation.
It
So it
is.
could look different. It could look different.
And what other people don't understand is there is a rhythm in taking a shower. And in that rhythm, you turn on the water, you get into the shower, and then you really have to decide which parts of your body that you're going to wash. What a lot of people don't understand is they are taking out the time to not just physically clean, they are spiritually cleaning too.
Ooh, imagine that. Imagine bringing that deeper clearing into a shower. We all, I hope, shower every day at
I
least
hope.
once.
I hope.
I hope.
I
I
hope.
hope. So
Hmm.
if we brought that intention of clearing more than just sweat and oil and debris from our bodies, that intention changes your shower to, I'm using this time to clear my mind, or I'm using this time to clear some emotional junk. Imagine it going away from my
Hmm.
body, right?
Hmm. And just as you said, what if you just took just 2 minutes and once you wash your face, I'm just clearing everything away that
Yeah.
happened to me yesterday. And today
Yes.
is going to
Yes.
be a new day.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Um, I have a request here, so I'm going to, I think that we have Tammy that wants to join the conversation. So I'm
Okay. Hey,
gonna just,
Tammy.
yes. So yeah. So I'm glad that I wanted to really ask about that, or make sure we address that, so people have a better concept of what meditating could look like
Yes.
and what it could feel like. It's just that tuned in attention. And as I understand it, I don't know if we totally ever clear our minds where there is nothing on it, but for a period of time, there is just like a blank slate. There is just I'm aware of this wonderful pillow. I'm aware of
Mm-hmm.
my pot of grits that I'm stirring so it doesn't get lumpy. Or
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of the shower I'm taking and
Mm-hmm.
I'm lathering up and you're tuned into that.
Mm-hmm.
And how powerful is that just to bring that mindfulness into our lives?
Absolutely. And a lot of times, at the end of the day, what I like to do is I like to reflect on the day. I like to see where did I show up within that day. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times I see where I've showed up, but I wasn't present. There is
Mm-hmm.
a lot in that. That's probably a whole nother conversation that we need to have.
That's
But
another conversation. Yes.
I find out that I am not necessarily aware. I found out that I am aware of what's going on, but I just really wasn't fully present. Like I answered your
Right.
phone call and I answered you, but there was nothing. I'm sorry, my baby wants to talk too. There
Hi,
was,
King. King wants to talk to me again.
yes, King
I'm
wants to talk
really,
to you again.
yes. Hi, King. I hear you.
So,
Yes.
it's just one of those things where I just have to apologize to myself first. And then I'll call that person back and just say, look, can we go over this again? Because I'm fully aware. We need to just stop. And what I mean by that is stopping means if you are not ready to discuss or have a conversation with someone, just tell them it is not a good time. There is power in
Hmm.
no.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there is. That's
And
a really
that's a
good
form
point.
that is a form of your own meditation too. Learning how to say no.
Honoring your boundaries.
Yes. Honoring your
Yes.
boundaries.
That's something that I have definitely dealt with and struggled with, and I've gotten a lot better with. But I want to acknowledge a comment that is on here on the feed. Thank you, Camping for Clarity. Great discussion. And then A. Tompkins, one of my excuses was that I need a lot. Uh, I guess this was one of her excuses was that she needed a lot of time for meditation.
Hmm.
Thanks for clarifying that there are different ways to meditate and that we should decide what works best for us. Absolutely.
That is one of my friends. Her name is Angel Thompson. Uh-oh, I didn't mean
Hey,
to say your full name. I just got really excited when I saw you, Rita. Her nickname is Rita for me. But
Rita. Okay, thank you,
but yeah,
Rita.
she's all the way. She's tuning in from Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, what's
Birmingham.
up? That's something that you and I have in common that's a weird random thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from Cameroon, West Africa, but my US home, where I would say I was raised in the US, is
Mm-hmm.
Birmingham, Alabama. I lived there
Yes.
for about 18 years. So when I meet a fellow Birminghamian, although
Woo!
I didn't know that at first, it's like, what, Birmingham?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, hey, Rita, thanks for joining the conversation and thanks for that comment. Um, so, speaking of meditation and keeping and making our boundaries be known and be honored and cleared or respected, what is one of the biggest benefits of meditation that people need to know about? Like, I
You
know there's tons, but what's the biggest one for you?
you take your control back. You earn your power back. That is one
Yes.
of the biggest things for meditation. And learning that discipline within you. I'm sorry, I just said three things. You
That's
said
okay.
one. I'm sorry.
It
But
was a trick question.
learning that discipline in that, and then you now have discipline and you can discipline yourself. Oh my goodness. Discipline comes with power. And
Yes.
when it comes with that power, you have the ability to shift things through your meditation. Just say, for
Hmm.
instance, if I say that I'm going to have a good day, that means that if anything, anything comes my way that's going to shift that thing, I can shift it back
You can
because
shift
I've
it back.
already said and
You're
throughout
going
my
to have a good day.
meditation that I'm going to have a good day. So
Yes.
it's
Yes.
got to be that control, that power, and then that discipline. That's what
That
that really
discipline.
is.
That's good. And that just makes me think of another point to share that we can use meditation and the power of our intention, because our intention is just what we intend. What do we want out of this? And it's not a control thing. It's like setting the tone. If you're going to pursue an academic course to get a degree in engineering, that is your intention, is to get a
Yes.
degree in engineering. Or you want to go cook this meal, you're going into your fridge to take the stuff out to prepare this meal.
Right.
So you can use meditation, you can use your intention in meditation, whatever that may look like for you, to get the understanding and clarification about stuff. That's one of the ways I use it a lot. I'll say, help me understand. I want to understand this scenario, this situation. What do I need to know about this situation that I'm not aware of, or that I need to give me some peace of mind, give me some additional understanding about it? That's the way you can use meditation, and you can go into that meditation, whatever that may look like. It might be a walking meditation where you're walking through your neighborhood, you're walking your dog, or you're pulling weeds in the garden, you're cooking, you're in your shower, and you
Yes.
set that intention and say, I would like to understand blank. Or you might be in pain or agonizing about something, but when you have that intention, which is what I thought about the taking your power, is I want to understand this. Help me see what I'm not seeing. And that information and those answers often show up unexpectedly in ways that, had you just had your nose buried in the problem, you would never have seen. You would never have had that clarity. So,
But I could take you back even further. When people like my big mama used to get in the kitchen and they would hum while they were cooking, or they would hum while they were cleaning, they were shifting vibrations within themselves.
yes.
And because they were shifting vibrations within themselves, what we learned even today is when you shift a vibration, it shifts whatever situation that it is. Because
100%.
they used to focus a lot on how they were going to pay their bills, or
Yes.
how segregation was going to treat them the next day. So they created these songs which later rippled to vibrations on generations on generations on generations, which taught us
Yes.
another form of meditation.
Yes.
And because it taught us another form of meditation, we use these same tools when we're stuck in traffic, when we have a situation that's going on. And get this, even when you're singing in the shower, folks, you are shifting that vibration. You are
You are
shifting.
shifting it.
You're shifting
Yes.
it. You're shifting it.
Yes. Oh,
So
wow. It
if you
is.
thought that you weren't meditating, bam, there it is. You
There
were.
it is. There it is. And speaking of humming, that's making me think of church. You know, I grew up going to church, like many of us did. And one of the things at the beginning of service, which we weren't always there at the very, very, very beginning, but we would be there, you know, at the kind of start.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for any kind of worship experience. There's usually the singing
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
because you are setting the intention, you are creating, you're shifting the vibration, you're shifting your energetic focus from whatever you were doing before you got there
Mm-hmm.
to your worship experience, whatever that may look like. It's not
Mm-hmm.
only church,
Mm-hmm.
it's where we are opening ourselves up and being a receptacle, or a recipient of our connection with divine, with source.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we would sing, or we would pray, or whatever we would do would be to shift our, not only our focus and our attention, but our vibration and our energy
Absolutely.
into that moment. So I just want to say hey to a couple of people that I might have missed earlier. Miranda, oh my God, this is Miranda from like elementary school for me, from Cameroon. Hey, Miriams. Yes, I see a couple of comments. I just want to make sure I acknowledge.
Okay.
Hey, Lillian with the Family Grove. And Rita
Hello.
said control, discipline, and power. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for those comments. Yeah, so carry on. I just didn't want to carry on the conversation without acknowledging.
No, 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 no. It's church. I'm a church boy too. I'm a preacher's kid, or
Oh,
a pastor's kid.
yes.
So the things that we learned were that the church could not be contained in a building. And what
Yes.
we need to learn about our meditation experiences, they are not contained to buildings. And because they are not contained to buildings, they live within us. They
Yes.
start somewhere. Think about it. It's got to start somewhere. And because it has to start somewhere, it starts with you.
It starts with you wherever you are.
It starts with you.
Wherever you are. I did not know we were going to go. I'm not surprised we are where we are with this conversation, but
You should know.
I should know because Arthur and he's just one of those people who,
Wait a minute. I see my buddy has joined.
yay. Is that Ruben?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Rube.
What's up, stud?
Welcome to the conversation. Oh my God. It's so funny. I was looking at City Winery's event calendar coming up, and I saw that Ruben is going to be here in, I think, November.
I think November.
And in November. I think the 30th. Yes, this is a plug. I did not know I would be plugging, but I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen Ruben in forever because, anyway, I don't want to even go down that rabbit hole. And here he is in the conversation. Oh my God, so thrilled. So
yeah, that is my big brother. My big brother.
Yes.
We sang together in Birmingham. We had a gospel group called God's Gift. So it's no wonder that we're talking about church. So
it's no wonder. And he's right on cue.
Yep, you right
in
on
the
cue.
Conversation. And I have to tell you, I did Ruben's mom's hair for years at my salon and spa.
Really?
Yes. And Ruben and Stud, Big Stud, used to be amazing patrons of my establishment in Birmingham, Changes Salon Spa and Wellness Center. Oh, wow. For his massages and manicures. And Stud got his hair cornrowed, you know, so there's so much love here. So much love here.
So we family.
We family, man.
Yeah, family.
We are family. We family, and it's not only the Birmingham family, but it's also the Beyond This Lifetime family in Cameroon, West Africa.
You're right.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. Hey, Nicole. Ruben, we're putting a little bit of your business out there, but it's all love. It's all love. So, wow, this conversation is going places.
Yes, it is.
So let's get back to the meditation conversation, the worship. I mean, I've kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, but
it's okay. Meditation cannot be contained because it starts with us. It starts with us. And because it starts with us, we have to know that this is the place where we start. We start with self.
We start with self. And the self is wherever we are, wherever our attention is focused at that moment.
Right.
Is where we are, and the power is in that moment.
Right. It is.
Where we are.
We have to take that power. It goes back to power, discipline, and control. And that's what meditation gives us: power, discipline, and control.
And control. I'm still here. Carry on with that point.
Yeah, power, discipline, and control. And that's one of the things that I like about it. It just reminds me back to the old Kung Fu movies that we used to watch back in the day. It was I think they were right after Soul Train. And one of the things that just amazed me about every Kung Fu movie that we watched, they talked about discipline and they talked about meditation. You would see them go into those full lotus splits, and, you know, that was a form of meditation. And they were able to defeat all of the people that they were against because they had discipline.
Yes, it's all about that discipline.
It is.
It's all about that discipline.
It is definitely.
Well, speaking of that, one of the things I want to mention, since you're talking about Kung Fu and the Kung Fu movies, and that's a good point because most of us grew up watching Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee actually was more of our generation of
Yes.
kung fu movies. My kids took karate for about 3 years, 3 or 4 years. And when they
Mm-hmm.
would have those testings where they had to test up to the next belt,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that used to amaze me, and it still does, is how they would break those boards. My little kids, my little 6-year-old just bam, broke through a board. And
Mm-hmm.
it was using my fist. They don't use yeah, they do. They just like bam, through there and it pops open.
Uh-huh.
And it was discipline, it was focus at the beginning of all their daily regimens. They had a moment, they had some meditation time. They did a lot of stretching. Of course, they were physically and mentally prepared. But
Mm-hmm.
the biggest thing that I think that was so powerful and important for them there was that discipline factor.
Yes.
There was the physical discipline with the exercises, and
Yes.
then there was the mind over matter discipline, which again, that was a form of meditation,
Yes.
even though it was kinesthetic. They were moving, they were doing these things, they were following instructions.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that discipline, because of that focus, because of that mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
they were able to do things that, like watching I could not believe that these tiny little kids would break a board. Like I'm looking and it's a proper wooden board. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something that's possible. That's a really good point that we can
Well,
look at the
one of
benefit.
my favorite movies, if you know me, one of my favorite movies is The Last Dragon.
Yes.
So Bruce Leroy was my favorite. So I thought that I was Bruce Leroy, and you couldn't tell me nothing. But if you think about it, he was so disciplined to the point where he had lost his journey, he had lost his way. And sometimes what we have to understand is we have to become adaptable to whatever situation that it is. And becoming more adaptable, we understand that we've got this discipline here, but we need to apply it here. It changes and it shifts. And because it shifts, sometimes we have to go with the shift. And what I
Yes.
enjoyed about that movie later on now in time, finding out
Mm-hmm.
about that glow, Leroy already had the glow within him,
Right.
already had the glow within him. But he had to realize that he was the master.
He had
And
to be the master of
and
it.
understanding that he was the master, what happened? He had that glow.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with us. We have to understand that we are the master. And because we are the master, we understand that we can take on whatever comes our way. And because we meditate and because we have power and because we have that discipline, we should be able to understand no matter how big show enough is, no matter how big whatever your problem is, no matter how big your situation is, you still have the power. You still have the glow. You might be 5'7". I'm talking about me. You might be 5'7".
Or five
and you
foot
look
zero.
and you looking at an issue that's 6'7". You still have the power to knock that thing down. That is the power of meditation. That's what that
Yes.
gives you.
Yes, yes. And outside of that power and discipline, because what's happening as you have this, I'm keep bringing the word mindfulness into it because sometimes people understand mindfulness, whereas meditation seems like it's so abstract and far away and impossible. When
Mm-hmm.
we bring that mindfulness into anything we're doing, we become more aware of the thing. Your mind is full of that thing at that moment, and it's going to change
Yeah.
from day to day. But one of the important things that I want to make sure to point out is not so much taking control of the situation or dominating somehow the situation. It is being aware of where you are in it and what you can
Yes.
do about it, if anything. Sometimes we're
Yes.
just there to learn something about
Yes.
ourselves or about, actually, it's always about what we can learn for ourselves in that situation
Mm-hmm.
and not see ourselves only as the victim of XYZ or the protagonist of this drama. We
Yes.
can also learn from it. And when you talked about being flexible, being able to go with the flow of it, that's another part of mindfulness, because sometimes there's not really much you can do,
No.
but be aware that, okay, this is the current situation, this is what I can do, this I can't do anything about it. If and in those situations, I just send it love. Like I just can send some love and light and let it be what it is. It'll pass.
Right.
My favorite thing I love to say, and I say this a lot when I'm coaching clients and working with clients in so many different scenarios, some really funny stuff comes into my head. But one that I like to say is, think of this as a really shitty situation. It stinks, but it will pass.
Absolutely.
It will pass. It has no choice but to pass. So like stinky gas, it will pass. Just let it be.
Wow.
And they laugh, but when you think about it, who is still in stinky gas? It passes.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's still going on, then, it is what it is. So it's one of those, that's mindfulness. That's being aware of, okay, I don't like the situation. I can't control it. I can't change anything about it. Let me tune in. Let me find that center peace, that place of peace that I came from before even being in this present body. Let me try to connect to that. Let me just be aware of that.
Yes.
And just stand in that.
Yes.
Like from a Christian or biblical standpoint, they call that standing on the promises.
They do.
That's the promise.
That's the promise.
That's where you were before you were here.
Uh-huh.
So stand on that. I think, again, I keep pulling that. For some reason, I have to say it. We were taught it as a thing, like the promise. God said he'll do this, why, da, da, da. It's one of those promises because it's the truth of where we were before we were here. So if you can just shift into that promise of that peace, that harmony, that calm, that clarity, it's there already. We have to just shift to it.
Yes.
And be in it and just be in it. And then things work themselves out. So I had to just throw that little nugget in there.
Yes.
So I know we were like I had that was like a moment of silence. Like let that sink in for a second. So anyone who's just joined or following our thread, we were talking about the benefits of meditation. I promised you all a lively chat, so I hope that you're enjoying and taking some things from this conversation. Tell us, Arthur, about what you have coming up. What's in the mix for you?
So in the mix for me, other than meditations on Memorial on Tuesdays and Thursday, we have a holistic experience coming up, and that's going to be at the same place where we host our meditations. So that's going to be at Stone Mountain International Mall this coming Saturday on the 28th from 9 to 3. So the day is going to be power packed. Sonia, it is going to be power packed. And when I mean it's going to be power packed, we've got our holistic vendors that's coming in. So if you need crystals, if you need body butters, if you're going to need a little bit of Reiki, if you're going to need some massages, or if you need some new lines of clothing, like holistic clothes that you need, or, I forgot to tell you, we're going to have a vegan food vendor that's going to be there. We're going to have people that are going to teach us how to juice, and they're going to sell juices. So we're going to have that event. It is absolutely free to the public. But let me tell you about the classes that we're going to have. We're going to open up with some meditation. And then we've got some energetic dancing that's going to happen right after meditation. Get our bones and everything going. And then we've got our juice classes. Right after juice, we're going to do yoga classes. And then right after yoga, oh my God, we're going to do skincare. Holistic skincare.
Yes.
So after we talk about our holistic skincare, then we got you, the madam, which is going to talk about some holistic massages and how the body moves energy. And then after that, we've got sacral chakra movement classes.
Ooh. We're going to stick a pin in that one. Not that the other ones didn't need pins, because I know there are people who are like, we're going to move the what, a hooter? So carry on and we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. And we're going to also do, at the end of the day, a healing circle done by Badori. And let me tell you, those healing circles are phenomenal, phenomenal. So right after that sacral chakra movement class, I'm sure that everybody's gonna need just a little bit of healing right after that. But it's gonna be a power pack day. It's absolutely free, 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 free to come out. And we just want everybody to come out, especially from our community, because we need to
Mm-hmm.
know these things. We need to know
We
these.
do.
And
We need
I know that
to.
we like free stuff. So I know that this is going to be so important that our community just jump in on this to get you some
Yes.
education, and that you can get you some love, and then enter into a new network, a family, a new tribe.
Yes. And the one thing that I feel really is important to say and to mention here is that just because it's free doesn't mean that there is no value. There
Mm,
is something in our it's not just in our community. This is
mm,
in human beings
yes,
where we love to receive, we love to take, we love to benefit from the free, and that's what free is. It's giving,
yes,
but we should come with the intention of bringing something to the table as well.
yes.
So those coming, please come with, of course, we're giving our time as practitioners. We're
Mm-hmm.
sharing the information like what we're doing now and here. But something that's really important for us to recognize is that there is an energy, there always needs to be an energy exchange to
Yeah,
balance the scales. So when you come to these events or anything where it's free, come with the intention of bringing something to the table.
yeah.
That could look like monetary energy to purchase things. That could look like coming to contribute as well,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like we're refueling each other. We're refueling each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make sure to mention that. And it's not that people shouldn't come enjoy it. We absolutely want people to come and enjoy it. But we also want everybody coming, participating, to want to share, to want to
Yeah.
bring to each one, feed one, each one teach one,
Yes.
each one share one. So share with others, donate your time or your money, however, wherever you see fit. Don't only come with the spirit of I'm going to come take and receive and take,
Mm-hmm.
because you tip the scales and you become a hoarder,
Yes, you do.
energetic hoarder or otherwise. It's
Yes.
all hoarding. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
say that. I don't know where that came from, but I felt like I needed to share it.
Yes, you do, and it needed to be said. And I'm sure that people are going to come with that expectation, and then they're going to come with their gifts as well. I have
They're
no,
going to come with their gifts.
I have no.
We are going to welcome all on whatever level, and there is a tremendous need. There is a tremendous need for this kind of wellness information, this kind of wellness community to help support whatever people are going through,
Mm-hmm.
um, to help support the work others like us are doing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a tremendous need to have that network because the resources are really within reach.
Yes.
It's just now, this is the time. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the time for information, for everything that was hidden to come to light.
Yes.
And it's coming to light without being nudged out of the dark. It's just, this is the time.
Mm-hmm.
So people who may never have been receptive to this kind of conversation or this type of experience are like, wonder what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
Huh,
Mm-hmm.
huh. You know, the thou shall not time is passing. So
It's gone.
it's going away slowly, and I'm so thrilled to be here at this time, to be having this conversation with you, to have the audience we have online right now. If anybody who's listening, if you have any questions, please post it in the chat, because we want to address it, answer it. If you have something you want to share to contribute to the conversation, please just put your digits to work and put it in the chat box below.
Absolutely. And I also wanted to share that this is our second event. The first event was amazing. So
Mm,
I just truly expect for this event, this experience to feel just even better.
even better,
Even
more
better.
better,
More better.
more better. August 28th 5615 Memorial Drive at the International Mall. It's
Yes.
from 9 till 3,
Yes.
right? So
I think
people can
a little bit over 3, but yeah.
probably. I'm feeling like it's gonna be a 5-ish kind of thing, but
Yeah.
try to be there by 3. There'll be all kinds of holistic vendors and goodies available, gemstones, vegan food, vegan recipes,
Yes.
Reiki,
Yes.
energy healing, massage, um, body movement. Which
Yes.
again, let me come back. Let's circle back to the shape, sacral, the, the sacral chakra
Yes. Movement class.
twirl. It's
Yes.
not a twirl, but that's what my mouth wanted to say it. Please tell us about that.
So our sacral chakra is the chakra of one of the 7 main points that we discussed earlier. It
Mm-hmm.
is right where your reproductive organs are. So your sacral chakra is the chakra that you feel with. You feel with. So a lot of times when we get into relationships, or because that's the other one that holds the relationships, past relationships. So a lot of times it gets stuck. It stops moving. It stops going around in the circle that it's supposed to go around. So sometimes we need assistance with making it move a better way. So I have LaJada Pearl, who's going to come out, who came out the last time. She helped us with our sacral chakra movement classes. And the
Mm-hmm.
way that she does the sacral chakra movement classes are just completely phenomenal. She operates in a divine feminine energy, and she operates also in a divine masculine energy. So when both of them meet, your sacral chakra has no choice but to open. So,
Yes, yes.
so she does that in a way of in the art of dance. So we're going to be experiencing that sacral chakra movement class to unstop, to unblock, and to let your chakra. Here I go, sounding like you.
Yes.
So we're trying to make
See,
our
I got
chakra
your mouth
flow.
all mixed up with the words.
Yeah, we're trying to make our chakra flow. So
Yes, yes.
I know that this is going to be just completely amazing. The last time a lot of people joined her class, Jada LaPearl, it was just amazing. It was not what we expected, but it was
Mm-hmm.
just completely amazing. And sometimes you have to have that shock factor for your
Yeah.
chakra.
You do, you do. And one other thing I want to mention about the sacral chakra is that it has a lot to do with experiencing pleasure. You mentioned it being where we feel.
Hmm.
We experience not only sexual pleasure because it's the reproductive center, because that's where life really happens in that sacral chakra.
Yes.
It has to do with the pleasures in life too. It has to do with our creativity because it's from the reproductive organs that life begins. So it has to do with creating and experiencing, enjoying the pleasures in
Yes.
life, whatever that may look like for each person, whether it's cooking, painting, creating. It's just creating from scratch. So
Yes.
that's a wonderful activity, exercise that we'll be delving in. And in case people have questions about the chakras, there's so much information out there online about the energy centers of the body. I just want to mention that I have a podcast called the Wellness Vibes Podcast. It's on all platforms. Whoop, whoop. And I have a couple of episodes there about the chakras. So
Okay.
you might want to tune into that and just learn more about those energy centers in the body. So that would be a really great activity to have on Saturday. So any final things we need to know about what you're doing or how we can connect with you? Please share.
Okay. So one last thing about me is I love seeing people grow. I love seeing people love, and I love to see people reach their greatest potential.
Yes.
And I'm here to help. I'm a healer, I'm a human, and I just love exactly what I do. So if you really want to reach out to me, for we didn't even get a chance to talk about Reiki, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I know. That's the next conversation. I think we gotta, because I think we could be on here for like 3 hours.
We
This
could be.
and this an endless stream. So
Yes.
yeah.
So if you like to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on IG at Energy Lifting, and that is my company, which is Solistic Energy Lifting. And you can reach out to us if you want to even set up an appointment so that you can just talk and just do an initial consultation. That'll be great. And what I'll do is for our initial consultation, if you catch this show, I'll do your initial consultation for free. And
Mm,
the reason why I'm doing that is because you poured in, you stopped your time, and this is your gift. So I want to give
yes.
something back to you. So
Yes.
I will definitely do your consultation for free, and that's going to be at Energy Lifting. If you want to look us up on Facebook, we are at
Mm-hmm.
Holistic Energy Lifting on Facebook. So you can look us up that way, and just
Okay.
send me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to help you.
Awesome. Wonderful. This has been such a pleasure for me.
It's been
You guys got to experience a little bit of the energy whenever Arthur and I meet. It's like a nonstop chatter of good stuff,
yeah,
wellness, soul stuff, and then we've just discovered more family members that we have in common just from Birmingham. So there's lots more to come. We'll continue this conversation with a part two at some point after the expo. Maybe even during the expo, we'll do a little live, just here's what's happening kind of throughout. So if you have friends in the Atlanta area, and if you yourself want to come to Atlanta to join the expo, if you're a vendor, I know that there are vendor spots available still,
yes,
right?
yeah. There's
If
still some
there's some
spots available.
product, right, if you have a product that you think the public should know about, that they can benefit from, it's a wellness-oriented product, please contact Arthur at Solistic Energy Living on Instagram, or AJ Jarman, AJJARMAN.
Yeah, on
So
Facebook.
either, and on Facebook as well, reach out to him and he'll give you the details. And please check it out, August 28th from 9 to 3 or 5 p.m.
Yeah,
9 to 3
or
p.m.
until.
All until 5615 Stone. That's about to give my address.
See,
5615 Memorial Drive.
yes,
Atlanta, Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain. Okay, I knew there
Yes,
was Stone Mountain in the address. All right, let me do that again. 5615 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia. 9 to 3-ish or later.
yes.
The Holistic Experience Expo. So thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who joined.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
everyone who's going to see this later on my feed. I will also be sharing it on my YouTube, and I'll share the link to you as well. So you could post on Facebook. Let's
Uh,
get this good information out there to the world. And we'll see y'all on the next go around.
we'll see you on. Hey, we've got to have a part two now.
No, there has to be a part two and beyond. So
That is
thank
absolutely
you.
fine. Well, no, thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you.
My pleasure. So I'll probably see you Thursday at the meditation. Oh, and then the meditation is at the same place,
Yes.
5615 Memorial Drive, Stone
Woohoo!
Mountain, Georgia,
Yes.
9 till 10 a.m. That's every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So come meditate with us. All
All
right.
righty.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, and we'll see you on the next go around.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye bye.